This is big breaking news. Evacuations have been ordered, and the National Guard has been deployed to help deal with this emergency situation. People are seeing fire and smoke for miles and miles. This is causing highways to be shut down as well too. So let's get into all the details here really quick, guys. Please just hit that like and hit that subscribe. I'm posting multiple videos every single day, keeping you updated on this big news, and it just helps to get these warnings out. I appreciate that. So we have another state right now that is going up in flames. We have 4 different, quote, wildfires that have broken out today. All right, this happened Saturday, March 8th. These fires are causing roads to be shut down and are causing evacuations, and 4 fires broke out at once today around 1 p.m. It says here, evacuations ordered as multiple wildfires erupt near Long Island's Riverhead and East Hampton. There are multiple fires along the Sunrise Highway, which is seeing a massive emergency response due to high winds. It says wind gusts are up to 35 miles per hour currently, and it is currently low humidity, around 30% humidity, which they're saying could cause potential for these fires to spread very quickly. And they're fighting these fires into the night. They have contained 3 out of the 4 fires, but the 4th one they are still working to contain, right? And also, people just mentioned too that there was just a ton of rain in this area. Let me know if you're in this area down below and can confirm. I saw a few comments saying that it just rained the past few days a ton, and these fires should not be able to spread this quickly. And what are the odds that 4 of them pop up right in this area? 4 of them along the Sunrise Highway. Very strange and very suspicious, to say the least. All right, so what is going on here with these fires? I want you guys to listen to this report here. This is a NBC New York report on these fires and what's going on. They're just going to give you guys a little bit more information. Let's listen to this, and then we will talk more about it.
Those plumes of smoke can be seen from miles and miles away. Suffolk County officials say the fire started along Sunrise Highway. It prompted road closures all around that area. Governor Kathy Hochul now deploying the National Guard to drop water buckets from the air. We have live team coverage tonight following these brush fires. We're going to start with News 4's Greg Sergel joining us live from West Hampton, where officials just wrapped up a news conference there. Greg.
That's right, Rana, and they told us that right now there are about 79 fire departments from across Long Island, as well as about 20 EMS agencies that have been battling these wildfires since about 1 o'clock this afternoon. And I use the word wildfires because there have been 4 fires that ignited over the course of this afternoon. 3 of the 4, we're told, have been extinguished. The 4th wildfire here in West Hampton is said to be about 50% extinguished, but it continues to move at this hour, headed toward the Quag community. As you said, there was one firefighter who suffered burns to his face, who Suffolk police had to airlift to Stony Brook Hospital. We don't know his condition at this point. We're also told that there were 2 commercial structures that were damaged in the fire. Again, we don't know what companies those structures belong to, but apparently no injuries there. Officials also told us that at the moment, no homes have been threatened by this fire. That's the good news in all this. Officials alerting homeowners, especially here in the West Hampton area, that if their homes are threatened in the coming hours, they'll be notified either by a knock on the door or by a phone call. Now, we don't know what started these fires this afternoon, but the Suffolk County executive said a few minutes ago the driving force in all this has been the high winds that we've experienced today. Let's give a listen.
Our biggest problem is the wind. It is going, as you can feel out here, about 30 miles, 35 miles an hour, and it's driving this fire. And I just pulled down my hat so I didn't lose it. It started in Center Moriches, then to East Moriches, then Eastport, and then West Hampton. And now the fire's heading towards Quag.
Despite that wind, though, officials from the Suffolk Police Department and from the Air National Guard are dumping water on the fire from the air using helicopters and aircraft. Again, the only fire still burning right now is here in the West Hampton area. It's said to be about 50% extinguished. Officials say, though, it could be the morning before this fire is finally brought under control. Rana, back to you.
Greg Sergel reporting live in West Hampton. Greg, thank you so much.
All right, so you heard that there. And if you're in this area, make sure you're on high alert and make sure you have any evacuation alerts active on your phone, right? Turn these things on. You can switch on emergency alerts on your phone, on or off. Make sure you have these things on just in case you get the alert in the middle of the night that you need to go. There could be another fire that breaks out. And this is becoming a pattern, right? And this is very suspicious. Let me know what you guys think, because this is exactly what happened in South Carolina and North Carolina as well just last week, okay? Outside of Myrtle Beach, there was multiple fires. There was 3 or 4 fires that popped up right outside Myrtle Beach, and there were dozens and dozens of fires that were spreading throughout the state of North Carolina and South Carolina, right? So what's going on here? Why did 3 or 4 fires just pop up in South Carolina around Myrtle Beach just last week? And then now we have 4 different fires popping up along this highway. Where are they coming from? How are they happening? It's not like there was a lightning strike or anything like that that ignited these fires, which is already extremely rare and extremely unlikely to happen. But what's causing this, right? It does not seem natural. And the fire chief that they were interviewing in South Carolina was insinuating that he believes that these fires were man-made, somebody starting them and causing them. And he was even saying 60% of the fires in South Carolina are actually end up being man-made, whether it's intentional or it's accidental. It's somebody doing it and starting it. And when it's in a row like this, it seems intentional, all at once happening at the same time. It does not seem like an accident, like 4 different people just were lighting a fire in their backyard in New Jersey for what? In the middle of the day for a fire pit, right? To warm up? Were they burning some trash, something like that in the middle near the East Hampton in New Jersey, right? Doesn't really make sense. Nobody in this area is really going to be lighting fires like this that could get out of control. It's very rare, much less 4 people in a row right along the same highway. It seems like somebody did this, set the fires, and went to the next spot, set the fire, and then got out of there, all right? So what's going on here? And now we're seeing East Coast fires. Before it was, the fires are mostly out west, and we don't get these fires on the East Coast because it rains so much and the humidity's so high. And now we're seeing these fires all along the East Coast too. What is going on? I am not sure. I do not think that most of these are natural, right, to say the least. And I think there could be something nefarious going on, whether it's just lone people, whether it's groups, or whether it's even more organized than that and more technological than that, targeting certain areas to take them out and then rebuild them, right? Burn down certain areas and rebuild them. Look at all these places that this is happening. Los Angeles, Malibu, the Pacific Palisades, Maui, this has happened, all right? All these different areas have been affected. And the frequency is becoming more and more, right? It's affecting more and more areas more frequently, and it seems very suspicious, right? It seems like there's a pattern here. It doesn't seem natural for these fires, 4 in a row, to start all around 1 p.m. Doesn't seem normal. Doesn't seem natural. Who would benefit from this, though? All right, is this just an arsonist, somebody that likes to let things on fire, or is it something deeper where somebody wants this land somebody wants the resources. That is what people were talking about in places like North Carolina, where they got wiped out from this hurricane, Helene, that passed through late last year. People were talking about how parts of this land is filled with lithium, okay? And even the governor of North Carolina, Roy Cooper, he came out in an interview and he was saying that massive swaths of Western North Carolina are being designated, quote, green zones, green spaces, where the government is going to take over and they will essentially take your land. They'll pay you for it, but they're not going to allow anyone to rebuild in major percentages of area of places that were hit by this hurricane, right? A big percentage of them can rebuild, but also a big percentage can't and are being forced into this buyout program through the government because they're saying that it's no longer safe to live there. All right, we've seen this all over the place. East Palestine, Ohio. There's so many different ones that it's honestly hard to keep track and remember, and these are all recent in the past year or two. And maybe this is happening here. Not saying it is, but it's becoming a pattern, and we need to look at who would benefit from this and potentially what they would want this land for if it did burn down, because then they can come in and buy it for cheap. And look at what's happening in California in places. The insurance companies pulled out right before the fires, right? So people can't even get money to rebuild their homes. They just want people gone, right? They want people out of there. They want to clear the people out of certain areas, it seems like, for some reason. Let me know what you guys think down below. Please hit it up for me down there. It helps to get these warnings out just so people know what's going on. I hope you guys are staying safe, staying prepared out there, and have a plan just in case this happens near you. Thank you guys. I hope you have big blessings for your life and your family, and I hope you have a big old blessed day.